Boston, Chicago, then Dallas. They saw a lot of tough matchups in their road to the finals, and that ultimately might have taken its toll on them because Dallas kind of wore them out in that final series. He came away empty there, and that's a shot that should probably go down.
Hickson inside. Haslam on him.
They got to get this game turned around, which will be very difficult if they continue to make mistakes.
Well, guys, I think it's time for them to really refocus on offense. I mean, already in this quarter, they've given away 4 points.
They grabbed their own miss. Here's Mr. Moves. He's got 15. The feed to Haslam. The tray. Shot no good. And it's Sacramento going the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
Yeah, that was a cold day for them from the three-point line. And instead of adjusting, they kept firing away from out there. I was surprised they didn't try to work the ball inside.
Yeah, I was too, but hindsight being 20/20.
He gets it up. Oh, he knocks it in a beautiful buzzer beater.
Just in time.
Well, he just throws up a prayer and it gets answered.
As the fourth quarter gets rolling here, let's check out our Sprite Spark of the Game, presented by Sprite. Hey, Doris.
Hey, Kevin, the Miami Heat Spark has been the play of their point guard off the bench. He's come off the bench and kept his team rolling with his knack for making big plays. We'll see how he can close this game out, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He gave them guys just what they were looking for off the bench.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, I think the game would have been a totally different looking game if not for what he brought to the table.
Well, it didn't take him any time to get into the flow of the game either. I mean, as soon as he got out there, he was ready to roll.
Mr. Moves, he's in a shooting guard. And he flushes it through. Sprite Slam Cam with the replay.
My goodness, you got to give it up. That was incredible.
What a takeoff.
Oh, that was something special.
Here's Salmons. Thompson with it. He's against Dampier. Now Thompson. Salmons gets the bucket.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there. He's been a big part of his team building this lead. Another solid offensive effort.
Here's Mr. Ball.
Come on now, I didn't see. Can you believe that finish? Oh, a little bit of flair and flavor at the end of it.
Oh, that'll be a fan favorite, all right.
That was not your average typical dunk.
Here's Green. Clark, they're looking now at a sizable deficit.
Yeah, you know, they've got a lot of work ahead of them, but no reason to give up hope right now.
No, the game's still out there for them, but they've got to get back to their game plan and start to grind out each possession.
Another steal.
Well, he's showing off his defensive instincts by making plays.
Oh! They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Man, oh man, oh man. For a guy who's not the biggest player on the court, I mean, that's a humongous finish.
Well, he's capable of those, Clark. We've seen it before.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, you guys, he is very comfortable taking it to the hoop if he's got an opening. And, man, he'll make you pay.
Thompson backing down. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot left block, and it's off the back rim. The Heat leading by 14. Here's Mr. Moves. Takes the 3. Shot is off.
Remember, he was hot early. 3 3-pointers in the first half, but he may have to start putting the ball on the floor. His shot's not working here in the second.
Here's Mr. Moves. Ball's knocked loose. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Great awareness by fouling on that layup. Make him earn 2 points.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer. I mean, send him to the line instead of giving up an easy 2.
And some changes here for the Heat. Ilgauskas is checked in for Eric Dampier. Haslam comes in for Joel Anthony. And Mike Miller subbed in for Mike Bibby.
You know, when you think about the Kings finding a way to stay in Sacramento, now that's a special order right there.
Not everybody can camp off of that like that.
Yeah, very difficult maneuver, but a tremendous one if you can pull it off.
Here's Evans. And it's Miller picking him up. For the 3. Garcia can't get it to go. The Heat leading by 15. Here's Mr. Moves. Hands it from downtown. He's got 29 points.
Another 3, and we've just seen a barrage from long range here in the second half.
Well, they have come out blazing, and defensively, it's hard to deny that shot. I mean, that's a lot of ground to cover when a team spreads you out like they do.
And a new group in for the Heat. Jamal McClure, he's checked in for Ilgauskas. Joel Anthony comes in for Chris Bosh. James Jones, he's checked in for Udonis Haslam. Eddie House subbed in for Mike Miller. Eugene Jeter, he's checked in for the Kings. Here's Thornton. No good. And it's the Heat taking it the other way. Here's Mr. Moves. And he converts the layup. And the Heat lead by 20.
And they add to this lead, trying to close this game out.
I think it would take a lot of luck and maybe then some. I mean, it might be time to pack this thing in.
Well, the West has long been considered the stronger of the 2 conferences in the NBA, but Miami, with its revamped roster, really had no problem beating Western Conference foes last year.
Heat on offense. They're on a 16-4 run right now. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Mr. Moves. Here's Jeter. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Here's the break. Ahead. Here's Mr. Moves. Whoa!
And this one's pretty much wrapped up.
And they know it. I mean, took care of business. Chalk it up as a W, Steve.
.114 left in the game. Here's Jeter.
Well, if you want to win a championship, you really have to have multiple stars. That's why Miami went after LeBron and Chris Bosh. That's why the Lakers wanted to trade for Pau Gasol. And look at Boston. They end up trading for Garnett and Ray Allen. You put him with Paul Pierce, you got 3 stars. So that's what it takes if you want to win the whole thing.
Here's Mr. Moves. He flies to the bucket and lays it in.
I think that may do it here. They're trying to put the nail in the coffin.
Well, just adding to the lead as we approach the final buzzer.
Mr. Moves hits the reach-in call. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And Steve, you mentioned how it really takes a number of great players to win it all. I think we've seen a move now of star players taking matters into their own hands, trying to join forces through free agency to win titles.
Yeah, I think you'll see some of that. I don't think it's going to be just an overwhelming trend. And part of that is that these great players all have relationships with one another through Team USA. So that takes away from some of the animosity and competitive spirit and fire that might exist, and makes them realize that they can work together and they can accomplish great things together. I mean, that big summer for Miami, perhaps, I don't think it's really going to be a trend, as I said earlier, but it may happen a little more than in past years.
Eric Dampier's checked in for the Heat. Joel Anthony comes in for Mike Miller.
Well, he was being overly optimistic there, thinking he could make that pass.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Jeter, and again it's Sacramento converting.
They could have used this run a while ago. It may not make much difference now.
Yeah, they hit that snooze button a little too much because they showed up late to this game.
They get the rebound. Goes back up. And another basket for Miami.
Well, they've looked good here tonight, and now they are coasting to the finish line.
Steve, just a matter of time right now.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for joining us tonight in our presentation of NBA on 2K Sports. Now our Jordan Player of the Game.
Let it go, breathe a little, just let it breathe a little, stop and just let it breathe a little, let it breathe. My train just passed, so as I wait for another, this is the rhyme that I uttered. See, it's more than having the world in my hands. It's like the galaxy is spread across the keys of this baby grand. So as we expand together for better or worse, I create music for the you and I works. Seems like a blessing, but it's also a curse when I'm deep in depression. That's the
Boston, Chicago, then Dallas. They saw a lot of tough matchups in their road to the finals, and it ultimately might have taken its toll on them because Dallas kind of wore them out in that final series. He came away empty there, and that's a shot that should probably go down.
Hickson inside, Haslam on him.
They got to get this game turned around, which will be very difficult if they continue to make mistakes.
Well, guys, I think it's time for them to really refocus on offense. I mean, already in this quarter, they've given away 4 points.
They grabbed their own miss. Here's Mr. Moves. He's got 15. The feed to Haslam.